Hello everybody, the Quiet Atheist here, and this particular video that I'm making today is probably going to be the final video towards anti-atheism. It seems to me that anti-atheism is having a little bit of trouble listening to what I have to say about the particular topic that I'm going to be covering in this video. So in this video, I'm going to do my best in regards to talking about this particular subject. Now, I realize that when it comes to this topic, I'm probably beating a dead horse because there's so many arguments out there about this particular issue, and I see no reason to continue this discussion any further after this video that I'm making. So basically, this video is going to be about Jim Jones. Anti-atheism argues that Jim Jones was an atheist and that he wasn't a Christian at all in any way, shape, or form. Well, naturally, I'm going to have to disagree with this. Now, Jim Jones obviously was a Christian. He had his own church he was attending, so on and so forth. He left that particular church because he found out that the church itself was basically refusing blacks to be a part of the group. So he wanted to start his own church. He wanted to start his own deal. And he got everybody to follow him. You know, he believed he was the second coming or a part of the second coming. And he also believed that he could see the alleged creator on the other side, and that is why he got all of these people to drink the magic Kool-Aid in a third world country. All of the audio that you provided, anti-atheism, really doesn't matter to me. And you do realize why he was doing the things that he was doing. You do realize why he was saying those things. It's because of the fact that he wanted attention. He didn't really genuinely have a position of atheism. He was a Christian, plain and simple. And the thing that I noticed that comes from you Christians is the fact that you have a habit of using the no true Scotsman fallacy because an individual Christian does something that you don't agree with. You see another Christian doing something that you don't agree with, and you basically say, well, they're not a true Christian because they're doing that. Well, you do realize that they are probably thinking the same thing about you. You see anti-atheism, there's probably 39,000 other denominations of Christianity that look at you and basically say, well, you're not a true Christian because of what you believe in, or you're not a true Christian because of the practices that you have. They have the same attitude towards you like you have towards them. You know, I know another individual, that basically committed a lot of horrible acts while he was around, and that's David Koresh, I believe was his name, from the Branch Davidian. Look at all of the trouble he started. I know there are a lot of Christians out there that were basically saying that he wasn't a true Christian because of what he did. But in all actuality, he was a true Christian, just like Jim Jones was a true Christian. Jim Jones basically craved all of that attention that he was getting. So he was willing to say anything and everything to get what he wanted. He was a very charismatic individual. He knew what to do and he knew what to say to people to get them going, to get them to think, to get them to follow him. He was a very clever individual, and he believed in the second coming. He told his followers that they had a chance to meet this alleged creator in the afterlife, and that's why they needed to leave this corrupt world and drink that magic Kool-Aid, because that offered them the opportunity to leave again this corrupt world and go somewhere happier, to a happier place. So you got to read between the lines, anti-atheism, and really pay attention to what's in front of your face. You got to see the bigger picture, not just the surface. You got to look through the surface. You got to study what's beneath the surface. Because you cannot look at the surface and explain everything. You can't expect to know everything by just looking at the surface. You got to get under it. You got to get beneath it. You got to read between the lines. And that's how it goes. I know it's probably something that you probably won't agree with me on, and that's your right to do so. But as I said before, you can have all of the audio in the world, basically having Jim Jones claiming that he was an atheist. But in all actuality, he wasn't. And like I said, he did all of this for the attention and he got what he asked for in more ways than one. Hell, he got people to do horrific things to others that came to that third world country. A congressman died, for crying out loud, because of what Jim Jones believed in. He didn't want anybody disturbing his little world, if you will. He didn't want anybody disturbing his own type of Christianity. He didn't want anybody taking his religion or his people away from him. And that is why he was willing to go to desperate measures in regards to stopping everybody from invading his space. And this is something that I wanted you to know, anti-atheism. You know, because despite the fact that you think that he wasn't a true Christian, he was, whether you like it or not. He just had separate beliefs from you that were different and unique for him. And just because I say unique for him doesn't mean that I believe in him, doesn't mean that, I support him, because I don't. I don't condone that type of behavior. I don't condone a lot of behaviors involved with Christianity that continue on today. So basically, in closing, when you say that Jim Jones was a Christian, you are completely wrong on that particular subject, and you have no ground to stand on in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, all of the audio in the world isn't going to be this big, significant impact on me, because, to be honest with you, that audio really doesn't matter. I know exactly what happened with Jim Jones. I know what his actual intentions were. And I'm sorry that you cannot look past that. I'm sorry that you cannot read between the lines. I'm sorry that you cannot look deeper into this particular subject. And that's all I have to say about this issue. So this is probably, like I said, the last time I'm going to cover this subject, anti-atheism, because I've talked about this many times in the past. And it seems to me that I really can't get all of these facts past a lot of Christians, because they don't want to believe anything I say, because they are so fixated on their particular religious positions that they're not willing to hear any facts, just like you're not. You guys have this complete biased position, and you're not willing to pay attention to any other situations that might enter the discussion, and that is a big problem. It creates a problem, and it creates a problem where discussions cannot take place, because you and many other Christians like you will not pay attention. You won't give other people a chance to speak or to share ideas, because you somehow believe that they are wrong right from the get-go, when in all actuality, that is not the case. And that's all I have to say about the situation. So to my subscribers, please feel free to share this video with anyone that might be interested, whether it be on Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, Reddit, Yahoo, or wherever you guys hang out. Also, please feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Jim Jones. I think he was a lunatic, to be honest with you. And let me know what you guys think about this whole issue with him being a Christian. Because in all actuality, like I said, I think he was a Christian. I know he was a Christian. He just did a lot of the things that he did for the attention. So till next time, the Quiet Atheist is out. And remember, if you can't be good at it. Most of all, thank you for watching. And I will see you next video.